Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Louise Hedger begins now.
Good evening. Properties were destroyed and around 100 people were evacuated after a fire ripped through the south of Bruny Island overnight. The blaze was still raging today, but emergency crews hope the worst of it is over.
A Christmas these tourists won't soon forget.
Just like spend Christmas on the beach away from home and just settled in for the night, had a few beers and stuff, and then got woken up by a policeman knocking on the window at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Beginning around 5 p.m. last night in the thick bushland surrounding Bruny Island's Cloudy Bay area, crews say the blaze quickly got out of hand.
The weather picked up from a southwesterly direction overnight and was quite gusty, more than what we'd predicted, so the fire did travel quite a distance overnight.
Started up the van, turned around and started driving, and there's just flames in the darkness on the other side of the bay.
Kind of looked almost a bit apocalyptic, really. Just kind of like this blood red in the distance, kind of smoke billowing out.
Local volunteers were the first on scene, with crews soon dispatched from the mainland. Those holidaying in the area forced to evacuate as around 140 hectares were engulfed in the flames.
Had approximately about 75 people that have stayed here at the Alonna Hall, which was a makeshift evacuation centre overnight.
More than a dozen crews working to contain it from the ground today, with reinforcements also sent in from the sky.
Early hours this morning we had some crews which were managed to save one of the houses, so that was really good this morning. At this stage we've had no reports of anybody injured.
The TFS confident the worst of it has passed, hoping to allow locals and tourists back into the area as soon as tomorrow. Investigations into the cause will also begin in the coming days, following one of the most eventful Christmas days the small island has ever seen.
Pretty surreal, a little bit different to my usual Christmas experience.
Tom Cooper, 7 Tasmania News.
A Prospect Vale woman has gone on a destructive drive through Launceston. Police say the 42-year-old crashed into the back of a sedan being driven by an elderly man before colliding with this house on Cheltenham Way at around 6:30 last night. No one was injured, but police believe alcohol and excessive speed were contributing factors. The home sustained moderate damage. Anyone with more information is asked to contact Crime Stoppers. Church pews were packed and tables of food had all the trimmings at Christmas celebrations around the state. Joining the festivities were charitable causes, providing everyone with hot meals and company.
For many Tasmanians, there was a traditional start to the day. Church services enjoying colossal congregations as many chose to commemorate the birth of Christ. An offer of peace between those attending in something as simple as a handshake, all united by faith, but each with their own idea of what Christmas means to them.
For me, it's the highlight of family, and family should be the biggest project, isn't it?
We are not perfect, but this is a time for us to reflect and look at areas we can improve in our spiritual life.
Merry Christmas!
Father Mark Freeman spread a message of respecting all.
To be prepared, to be generous, to share their goodness with others, and then that's the way to bring Christ to birth these days.
Such generosity was apparent at this food truck, providing a free breakfast for those in need.
The less fortunate out there, it just makes their day, so it makes your day just as special, because you know, then they're not alone, and yeah, that's what we're here for.
Bacon, fruit and maple syrup were among the foods received in a donation drive last night.
It helps a lot of people out, you know what I mean? To donate, we've already had one month, so yeah, she'll go down well.
Elsewhere, charities combined to put on table service. The Salvation Army, City Mission, St Vincent de Paul and the Benevolent Society hosting this annual community Christmas lunch. The succulent roast too good to pass up.
Oh, it's just so much fun to have the big hall full with all the decorations and everyone happy on Christmas Day.
550 people enjoyed a meal prepared and served by 100 volunteers.
A lot of them say, you know, it's one of the most rewarding things that they've ever done, just to be there to lend that helping hand to people feeling a bit isolated, a bit alone at Christmas time, and providing an environment where we can all come together and just celebrate the great joy that we have in the Christmas season.
Tom Johnson, 7 Tasmania News.
Children spending this Christmas in hospital had a special visitor this morning. After delivering presents overnight, Santa Claus made one last stop at the Launceston General Hospital. 10-day-old Isla was among those receiving gifts, along with 11-year-old Levi in the children's ward.
It's the look on their faces and the surprise and the smiles. That's what brings me back every year.
Santa says it's a great reward to spread the joy. Tasmanian homes have lit up the night in recent weeks in what has become a great Christmas tradition. Fairy lights and decorations have adorned facades and front yards, with one street in particular making an all-in effort to shine.
Homes converted in a flash, and in this case, it's an entire street. Eastfield Drive in Newnham has been drawing bumper-to-bumper traffic. It seems everyone's after a glimpse of the glow, and the feedback's been good.
You must have something going for it. That's beautiful.
The street joined forces to create the electric extravaganza. What started as a fun idea has brought the entire neighbourhood together.
We started off at 3 or 4 houses, and now I think it's about 14 or 15 houses now it's joined in, so the more we get, the better it is.
They might even need a traffic cop next year.
It's bedlam here at times. They had buses in here and all sorts, not just cars.
Hobart Homes had the same holiday feel. Thousands and thousands of fairy lights sparkle in the streets. Even a seesaw had its place on rows of lit-up lawn. One driveway was home to a very bright Christmas car. The roof, golden reindeer, while a sprinkle of snow fell on the front of this house. Elsewhere in Launceston, Rudolph was the bouncer for this neighbourhood display. Santa popped out for a look too, and why wouldn't he want a sight of the show? But some exhibits have more sentimental origins. The bright lights at this house go up every year after a tragic turn of events once left this family without anything to celebrate.
When my kids were little, we got burnt out. And it was November, so that Christmas we didn't have a proper Christmas. So we decided we were going to have a proper Christmas every year for the kids, and it's gone from there.
The display's adding some brightness to everyone's lives. Tom Johnson, 7 Tasmania News.
Good evening. We had a mostly sunny day across much of the state. Launceston and Bruny reached a top of 27. It was 22 in Devonport and 20 in Hobart. Ouse climbed to 25, Smithton 24. It was 23 at Lyweenie, 22 at Grove and Friendly Beaches, 21 at Flinders Island and Low Head. St Helens got to 20 and 19 at King Island, Maria Island and Strawn. We had low-level cloud about the east coast and over Flinders Island, high-level cloud elsewhere. Zooming out, middle and high-level cloud associated with a cold front moves across Tasmania. The southeast of Australia enjoyed clear skies and there is thunderstorm activity across the far north. Tomorrow, a cold front approaches the Bight. A pair of high-pressure centres sit over the state and in the Tasman Sea. Winds tending 5 to 15 knots northeasterly and up to 20 about the east in the afternoon, swells up to 3 metres. A possible shower in Hobart tomorrow, a top of 20, 21 for Geeveston and partly cloudy for Bothwell, 23. Launceston will reach 26, Devonport 21 and 26 also in Cressy. A partly cloudy day for Bruny, 22, 20 in Strawn, Curry sunny and 19. A possible shower for St Helens, 21, 20 for Swansea and 19 degrees in Orford. UV extreme across most of the state. On Thursday, a mainly fine day until showers develop about the north later in the day, showers clearing during the afternoon on Friday, and more showers likely in the north and west on Saturday, but clearing by midday. Taking a look around the country tomorrow, mostly sunny in Perth, 28, 35 for Adelaide, 26 in Melbourne, and 29 for Sydney and Brisbane. And currently in Hobart, it's 16 degrees, mostly cloudy, Launceston 21 and sunny, and Devonport 21 also sunny. Thanks, Louise.
Thanks, Judy. That's all your news for now. Thank you for joining us tonight. On behalf of our team, we wish you all a safe and happy Christmas. Good night.
You've done well.